Alright guys, your goal is to sabotage Justin Trudeau's premiership due to how controversial he has been all this time. If I could get to be the next Prime Minister after 2029, then you two will have your criminal record suspended. Deal? Deal. We will gladly do. We honestly can't wait to see the look on his face once he gets booted out of Parliament. With this camera synced to CP24 News, we are going to give that no-good Justin Trudeau what he truly deserves. See if this paradox crime of ours will get Mark Carney in this office sooner if the Prime Minister's position becomes vacant for a while. Let's get this sucker started.
Hello, Canada. I have an essential announcement for everyone to hear. As you may or may not have known, I have made an agreement with President Donald Trump from the US and decided to have our nation annexed as the 51st state. That way I can step down to being the governor of the 51st state and for more freedom for all the people.
No way. There is absolutely no way we are going to accept being annexed by the states. How could you, Justin Trudeau?
To offset the oddities of Canada, a decision has been made to get Canada annexed by the United States as the 51st state, and I have agreed with Trump that I would make an outstanding governor.
This is insane. You have no right to sell us out to Donald Trump, you fucking Prime Minister. What is your problem, Trudeau? This calls for you to be overthrown.
Yet Trudeau, how could you try and sell us out to Donald Trump? He will never take us alive.
The annexation happened to be the only path to our free will and for our freedom from the British monarchy.
That's bullshit. I would rather live under the rule of the British Empire than live under that sour-faced piece of shit Donald Trump.
How could you betray us, backstabber Trudeau? Fuck you now.
To conclude this message, I hereby wish luck to all of you in getting annexed by our southern neighbor to be the 51st state. Freedom comes around upon then. That's all I got.
I can't wait to see the look on that Prime Minister's face once he's seen his reputation sabotaged by us, much to him deserving it.
Are you serious, Chief Roman and Superhuman Roman? Another fucking paradox crime? This is more than just simply an indictable offense, you two hoodlums. Traveling back in time to do a big enough paradox crime that it alters Canadian history and can cause very serious tensions within Canada. How the fuck could you two have the nerve to sabotage the premiership of Justin Trudeau? You two idiots tampering with the Canadian parliamentary system by sabotaging Trudeau's premiership has led to a serious public outcry across Canada, and you two did something more serious than an indictable offense. This is absolutely worse than you, Chief Roman, going back in time and getting Carter Trickson withdrawn from university and getting Grayson Weinman fined $5,000 for noise pollution, which of course is a summary offense, but that was awful of you, Chief Roman, to frame these two innocent victims for something you did.
Alright lads, Boris Johnson has been an absolute pain in the arse throughout his undesirable bloody premiership. His controversies have been really making our skins crawl. You two having an agenda to complete. Lord Rex, you'll be impersonating Boris Johnson's voice in Transcendent Rex. You will shapeshift into his double and lip-sync Lord Rex's words with Boris Johnson's voice. If I could win the next general election on the 15th of August 2029 and get appointed Prime Minister by King Charles III, then I shall convince him to give you two the royal prerogative of mercy after all your crimes and paradox crimes. Deal? It's a deal. We will gladly ruin the premiership of the controversial Boris Johnson, who looks like the American idiot Donald Trump, not to mention. We honestly can't wait for the fallout on him to happen. We shall commence forth. With this camera connected to BBC News, we shall exploit the weakness of that bozo who does nothing apart from scandals. At this time, the Queen has a year left and will be the one to dismiss that controversial asshole from Parliament. That terrible piece of rubbish Prime Minister is going to get what he's deserving. Let's get this show on the road.
Attention, all in the United Kingdom. I have an essential announcement. I have made a deal with the Bank of England in order to strengthen Great Britain's economy. I am going to implement 12,000% inflation to all economic measures across the United Kingdom of Great Britain. Once the poverty rate reaches its peak across the UK, I will be having our nation annexed into its colonies. A deal was made with President in order to solve our issues.
What the bloody hell is your problem, Boris Johnson? Why are you proposing something traitorous?
Yeah, Boris. Why the betrayal?
The only way to solve the economic issues within the UK was committing to hyperinflations and selling the UK out as its only.
That's bloody rubbish, Boris. Our country colonized the 13 colonies in that part of the North American continent.
You know what, Boris? I hope Queen Elizabeth removes you from Parliament and revokes you as Prime Minister.
We are going to face the mandate to commit to our sacrifices to this nation, accepting the fate of going into significant poverty to support economic growth. Then we will be annexed as American colony onwards.
You bloody backstabber. You are the British version of Donald Trump. I remember the article of Donald Trump trying to sell his own country out to Russia, but you, Boris Johnson, are doing what's exactly similar.
You also resemble Justin Trudeau of Canada, since he did the same traitorous action against his own country from 2017. You, Boris Johnson, deserve the same fate as Justin Trudeau and your American doppelganger.
To conclude this message, I wish all of you luck to sacrificing yourselves for our nation and for us to be annexed as American colony. That's all I know.
I'm at a total loss of words right now. This is going to be worth it once Boris Johnson faces his downfall.
What the bloody hell, you two? Lord Rex and Transcendent Rex. You had the audacity to alter the history of Great Britain with that abnormally insane paradox crime. If Lord Rex going back in time on 4 occasions to ruin lives was bad enough, such as getting Arthur Williams sentenced to community service for common assault, getting George Thompson sentenced to 10 years for fraud, getting Edgar Johnson fired from the sweet shop by framing him for being rude to customers, and making Harriet Winston lose custody of her daughter for supposed child abuse for instances, but are you two that bloody serious? You two have caused so much outrage across the United Kingdom from the past 4 years you time-traveled to and manipulating that Boris Johnson would do something traitorous. That has got to be the most fucked up thing you two have ever done.
Look at what we have here, the 2 notorious convicted commanders-in-chief. The ones who were trying to sabotage the sovereignty of the United States by attempting to annex this country over to Russia and China, with one of you plotting a hyperinflation scheme.
You don't understand, sir. That really wasn't me who was attempting to annex America to Russia. That was a framing scheme committed by a couple of manipulative menaces who managed to create fake news by tampering with Fox News live broadcasts just for me to look like a total crook.
This isn't fair. I never got the ice cream I wanted. All thanks to these 2 manipulative entities who snuck into the White House to pull the framing scheme and tampered with MSNBC News.
Deny all you want, but as far as we have investigated, we have gathered proof that you two are responsible for nationwide hysteria for the annex scandals and the hyperinflation scandal. So I think you two should know up to this point how the people felt, and how they reacted when you two were proposing the United States to be annexed to Russia and China, which of course you shall know that this kind of scandal drove them to hysteria, as well as the hyperinflation scandal.
This is all fake news. Media outlets were manipulated and tampered with by a couple of dissents who were gambling with Civil War II.
Where's the ice cream that I wanted?
If you two are meaning that you regret proposing this mass annexation scandal against our nation, then you too would understand why you have lost societal privilege and why you're spending the rest of your lives here.
I still don't think this is fair. At least President J.D. Vance is making America great again.
This is by far past insane. I've spent 2 years in this god-awful hellhole for something I didn't do.
Shut the fuck up, I do. You damn well know that you still deserve downfall for radical leftism. Perhaps I've been in here 6 years because of something I've never done. You're just a sore loser.
No, you shut the fuck up, Trump. No one loves you for your radical rightism.
Just fuck off, you demented Sleepy Joe.
No, you, Orange Menace.
Oh, I forgot to bring this up. Your wives, Melania and Jill, have filed for divorce by choice, and you will be having that divorce hearing sometime next month.
This is just plain sad. First the impeachment, second the jail sentence, and now the divorce. America should be ashamed of itself for reporting fake news.
Now I don't get my ice cream. This is plain preposterous.